We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. What a game we're seeing from Allen Iverson.
It's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, what he did was sustain it throughout the first half. He ran the offense to absolute perfection.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Washington's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots, 6 of 13. And so in the game for the Hawks, Luka Doncic out there with Young. And there's Iguodala. And there's Jackson. And it's Anthony in at the four-man position. Now, here's Doncic. After the miss from Damian Lillard. Yep, that one goes in there.
If he sees a lane to the rim, Doncic will capitalize. Nice drive.
Lillard against Young. To the middle. Here's English. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. They get Andre Iguodala.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Wizards have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
First one falls for McGinnis, who's checked in for Jordan. He hits both from the stripe.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Doncic dishes to Young. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
You gotta like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shooter.
Iverson passes to Robinson. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Nice ball movement by Washington. And it's Iverson missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Well, Luka can get himself into the paint with consistency, and boy, does he make that a high percentage finish.
Wizards trail by 5. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. He gets that one.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Now, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Here's Iverson. Count it. And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. It's on Luka Doncic.
And Iverson, the master of the and-one. Just a rugged, undersized guard who plays well through contact.
Kevin Love's checked in for Robinson. Free throw good. Iverson. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Now, here is Young. 19 points in the game. Jackson drops in the layup for 2. And the Hawks lead by 4.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Lillard outside. Passes it to Love. His three-pointers off the mark. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Hawks. Down low. And it's Young. That time on the assist by Anthony. Anthony's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Washington has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Pass to Iverson. And McGinnis kicks to English. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Shots good by Anthony.
And they have come out of halftime in fuego.
Wizards trail by 8. Lillard the pass to Iverson. And they double up Iverson to the inside. The shot's good from McGinnis. McGinnis has got his second basket of the night.
Well, there's an aggressive mentality in play. Work in close, find a way to score.
On the wing, Doncic. Outside Jackson. Back to Doncic. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
We are talking about a clever scorer. Luka Doncic has developed such a knack for getting to the free throw line.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And they have really leaned on his free throw shooting at times this season. He's been there for them, too, with 88% from the line.
Kevin Martin is checked in for the Wizards. Atlanta making a switch here. Both free throws good from Doncic.
And I think, guys, over time, you would anticipate Luka Doncic becoming more and more of a leader. This guy is so fun to watch from a skill perspective.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
He's just really a one-man wrecking crew down low. And with this timeout, they've got to make some adjustments because he's been steady inside.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Iverson kicks to Martin. McGinnis against Anthony. Love. And the rejection by Jackson. Anthony, the pass to Doncic. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Love.
Well, the hoop and the harm. Luka Doncic, the finish, and he'll get an opportunity to add to that.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. That free throw good from Doncic. Washington with the ball. 11-point game. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Iverson gets the bucket.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
And to me, he's just playing smart, efficient basketball, really helping his team hang around this one.
Guerin, no good. Wizards have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Here's Martin. No good. Shot missing. So the Hawks will take it the other way. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here.
And he's at nearly 90% from the free throw line this season, so having a terrific year.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good, and Washington making a change here. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Here's English. A three-pointer off the mark.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
You know, there's an unselfishness to Luka Doncic, and a pretty pass right there.
Here's Iverson after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Anthony against McGinnis. Guerin grabs the miss. Atlanta leading by 13. Here's Doncic. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And the Hawks making a change here. Camby's checked in. For Atlanta, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
And after attempting no free throws in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels.
Washington's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Shot to stop the run. Doncic with the block.
Doncic known for his offense, but twice on the pipe. Send it back, young sir.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
You know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
Now here's Iverson, and he has 28 points for the game. Camby with the block. Out of bounds. Wizards ball as Washington keeps possession. And the Wizards making a change here. Hayward's checked in. Then for the Hawks, James Posey's checked in for Bogdanovich, and J.J. Redick is subbed in for Luka Doncic. 5 to shoot. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
Atlanta leading by 15. Here's Guerin. He's got 5. Pass to Camby. This one for 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Here's Guerin after Gordon Hayward's bucket. Outside, Redick. The three-pointer, no good. Wizards trail by 16. And he uses the glass on the layup. Iverson's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Guerin, no good. The Wizards shooting 41% from the floor so far in the third. And the rejection by Jackson. Here's Guerin. 8 points for him. Jackson gets the bucket. Iverson with the ball. Lays it up off the glass. Iverson's got 11 points in the quarter.
Well, this quarter has been all about this guy. He is trying to close the gap in the score.
Guerin passes to Campbell. He dishes it to Redick. And the Hawks getting another basket right there.
And the timing and rhythm with which Redick plays, boy, he is feeling it right now.
And there's the pass to Hayward. Yes, that goes in. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting, you know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV soon. We saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
Atlanta leading by 12. Guerin passes to Carmelo. Sinks the triple. Anthony's got 27.
It never ceases to amaze. Melo makes putting up big numbers like this look so effortless. What a performance.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, he's just torching them right now. A good decision to huddle up, kind of hit the reset button, and figure out how to slow his roll.
Now here's Iverson. 32 points in the game. Drapuka. That three off the mark. Here's Guerin. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Guerin's got 10 points.
You know, you love your star players making others better, and Melo with the vision there.
Iverson outside. To the paint. Out to Hayward. Pass to Iverson. Just 5 to shoot. Got a piece of it. And so the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
Well, you look at Jackson, and I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, and if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
Here is Hayward after the basket by Atlanta. Knocked away. Iguodala with the steal. One-on-one fast break. Here's Anthony, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Good on the shot.
Boy, he's been cooking, but the teammates, he's just not getting a lot of support from them.
Anthony's shot is off. And here's Hayward. He'll bring it up for Washington. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Anthony with the bucket.
You know, his whole career from Syracuse to the NBA, Melo has always been dynamite in the mid-range.
Inside. Jordan dishes to Hayward. And the rejection by Jackson. And he's able to get it back. They got him on the arm, but it still can.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Damian Lillard's checked in for the Wizards. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Young's checked in.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Iverson against Redick, and it's blocked. And he recovers it.
Melo just reading the play the right way, putting the extra effort to come up with such a nice block.
Atlanta leading by 19 points. Outside, Redick. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Pulls up from the corner. Count it. 33 points for Carmelo Anthony.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Iverson passes to Jordan. Lillard outside. Nice ball movement by Washington. Love can't hit. Atlanta's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Yep, it counts. Iguodala's got 4 this quarter.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Iverson, no luck. Lobs it up for Anthony. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, the pass was perfect, and Carmelo just finishes with style.
And so it's Atlanta holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. OG Anunoby is out there with Anderson. Then there's Heinrich. Then there's Martin. And it's Jordan in at the center position. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
Here is Heinrich after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. That's tipped. And here's Bogdanovich. Chioza passes to Bogdanovich. Great D that time from Jordan. Washington shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. Here's Anunoby. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one's on Anthony.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
And with small ball catching on, it's the rare team Doris that looks to go big and play bully ball. Why hasn't that approach been more popular?
Well, to me, Kevin, the NBA game is one that's in constant evolution. So right now the emphasis is three-point shooting, free throw opportunities, and restricted area opportunities. That seems to be the most efficient way to play the game of basketball. On the defensive end, what that requires is positionless players, guys in the post who can guard the perimeter, switchability. All the versatility you can bring to bear on the defensive end is significant, and so that's why bully ball becoming harder and harder to play in today's NBA.
And so he makes both from the line.
Well, the more opportunity that has been given to OG Anunoby, the more this young man shines. He is a multi-dimensional talent. Gives you great defense nightly and growing on the offensive end.
Bogdanovich, no luck. And the Wizards with possession. Feeds it to Martin. Ready by Bogdanovich. The Hawks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Pass to Chioza. Back to Bogdanovich. Here's the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for Atlanta. Pass to Chioza. Here's Odom, covered by Martin. Fader on the way. Second chance shot. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
What's up?
And you have to like how they're getting the ball inside this half. They didn't have as much success in the paint earlier, but they're finally getting it done down low.
Marcus Camby, he's checked in for Atlanta. And Iguodala, no good on that one. Doris, you and I know the quality of play in the NBA bubble was terrific. And some people have said a lack of travel a possible reason why. The league, we think, looking at ways to reduce travel moving forward.
Exactly, Kevin. And one option on the table is the, quote, series model. You see it in baseball, where you play consecutive games against a single opponent. So what about the states with multiple teams? New York or California? Can you play all of those teams in one trip? This not only preserves players, but it also cuts travel expenses, something the league is looking hard at.
So it's the Wizards now, following the 3 by Atlanta. Clock at 4. A nice shot by Anderson. Here's Chioza. And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th quarter. Sinks the three-pointer.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
Heinrich outside. Poked away. Jordan kicks to Martin. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Martin's got 5 points now this quarter.
the real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now here's Iguodala. Here's Camby. Again, the Hawks score.
I love the efficiency he's playing with tonight. Not scoring as much as usual, but he's been effective, and they're winning.
The pass to Anunoby. You know, Doris, we saw the All-Star game playing to a target score down the stretch, and some think in years to come, the NBA may adopt it for the overtime periods. What do you think?
Well, I'll tell you this, Kevin. That All-Star game, I was absolutely riveted to my television. The action was compelling. The defense was compelling. I can't say I've ever experienced that in an All-Star game. I think it's something you have to take a hard look at.
Here is Anderson after the made shot from Andre Iguodala. Anunoby finds Martin. Heinrich outside. They get the rebound.
What an effort to get the tip in, just wanting it a little bit more.
Hawks have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Passes it to Campbell. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession. Robinson's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And a change for the Hawks. Posey's checked in. Heinrich outside. Anderson outside. It's Martin on the wing. Heinrich outside. 6 to shoot. Here's Anderson. And to get open is Robinson. Anderson's shot is off.
Boy, it's been a struggle in this quarter, and the team needs more from him. There's no doubt.
The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Shooting one.
And that one falls for Fournier. Doris, as we've seen, NBA players are becoming more vocal on social issues, and some will say, keep politics out of sports. Should the NBA and should all sports leagues be worried about that backlash?
Kevin, one of the things I admire most about the NBA is its commitment to the causes it believes in. And whether we are talking about the mental health issues of some of their players or the current situation in the country, the NBA's commitment to supporting equality and social justice is admirable. What is controversial about equality and social justice for all? Nothing. I admire their commitment. They're on the right track.
Heinrich outside. Pass to Martin. Good, and Heinrich gets the assist. Martin's got 8 here in the quarter.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Here's Chiosa, covered by Martin. Now Posey, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting fouls. Here's a look at what's coming up for Washington. On Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Utah Jazz. And then on Tuesday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Good on both. Well, the pandemic impacting earnings all over the NBA, Doris. The pain is felt, we think, most keenly by small market teams.
Across the board, Kevin, there are economic realities that the pandemic has forced NBA teams to look at. But always those small market teams depend on revenue sharing to compete. So now attendance is compromised and their ledger is affected even more. This is going to be interesting to see how this affects roster composition. Boy, we've got a lot of questions to be answered.
And stolen by Fournier. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, Posey, one of the few guys in NBA history to have played more than 82 games in a regular season. He actually played 83 one year after getting traded mid-season.
So he gets them both. Washington's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Heinrich outside. Shot clock at 5. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. And stolen by Bogdanovich. Camby kicks to Posey. Hawks passing it around. Pass to Camby. Outside Fournier. 3-pointer. Good on the triple. Fournier's got 9 points in the quarter.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's Chiosa. The pass to Camby. Knocked loose. Stolen by Anderson. Anunoby against Fournier. The kick out to Anderson. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson. Lamar Odom. He's checked in for the Hawks. Here's Chiosa. Outside Fournier. Here's Posey. Hands it from downtown.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
The Wizards shooting about 40% here in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Anderson. Anunoby against Odom. Here's Anderson. Trying to get open is Robinson. Anderson's shot is off.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Now here's Odom. No good from outside. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Martin. Got a piece of it. Here's Posey. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway. So a three-point play chance for him.
Well, there's an all-around aspect to Evan Fournier's game and a really smart decision with the ball there.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Wizards. A free throw drops for Posey. And in last year's playoffs, we saw zone defense turn the tide in certain games. And Doris, we know when executed well, they can throw an offense completely out of rhythm.
Kevin, I'm going to go back a step further to the Toronto Raptors championship 2 years ago, where they throw a box and one, a triangle and two, and multiple zone looks that helps them win a championship. Look no further than Miami's deep run in last year's playoffs. Listen, that can change the whole rhythm of a game. It can force an offense to start second-guessing itself. When you can change the rhythm, the tempo, and mix looks and force a team to think and really operate under duress, it only helps you win ball games.
Here's Jordan. Lamar Odom picking up that last basket. Jordan the pass to Anderson, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Hawks shooting 69%, showing you what a well-oiled offense looks like tonight. Here's Chioza. Right side Fournier. Pass to Posey. Fires for three. Bangs home the trifecta. Posey's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Well, Evan Fournier is a fundamentally sound player, and if his teammates are open, he will deliver the rock.
Heinrich inside the three-point line.
That's his fourth personal foul.
.141 left in the fourth quarter. Fournier against Martin. Fournier's shot is off. Washington's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Hawks.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Carmelo Anthony.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Here's Posey. Pass to Chioza. There's 38 seconds left to play in the final quarter. The pass to Camby. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Posey. Fournier trying to break loose. Another three for Atlanta.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Heinrich finds Martin. Good, and Heinrich gets the assist.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
Here's Chioza. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Here with Luka. You got the W, so what did you think about your performance?
You know, we got to win against a team that is very competitive. You know, they go hard no matter what. You know, they're a great team. And, you know, I'm just glad we got to win. We got to keep going like that.
Hey, man, thanks for your time. I really appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. That's the United States Supreme Court building here in our nation's capital. We're coming to you today from Washington, D.C. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. As we approach the halfway mark, let's take a look at how everything in the East right now stands. You look at Atlanta, earning the first place position with a terrific record, and we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And of course, Washington down 5 spots from them.
And I think for the Hawks, for me, they've taken the league by storm this season. I felt like they were maybe a year ahead of schedule in terms of being an elite group. But you look at them right now, and here they are.
Yeah, they weren't really on anyone's radar before the season began, but they're definitely there now.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. They've got Iguodala. Jackson is out there with Anthony. And it's Young. And it's Doncic in at the 2. And for the Wizards, they've got Robinson. Damian Lillard out there with Allen Iverson. And it's McGinnis. And it's English in at the 3 spot. Now, here is Young. Really played well against Houston in his last outing. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Young's got the opening basket of the game for the Hawks. Iverson against Anthony. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Terrific talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks, coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And, you know, they played a terrific all-around game. The effort level was there as well as the production.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was hard to imagine them being much better at the offensive end. They were so efficient in almost every aspect.
McGinnis, the lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Yep, that one goes.
You know, outstanding start. You've made 3 of your first 4.
For the Washington Wizards, they won their last contest, that game against the Magic. Robinson against Jackson. Lets it go from 11 and misses it off the right side of the rim.
What a masterful job on the defensive end. Did everything possible to alter that shot.
Iguodala with the bucket.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
I briefly spoke with Scott Brooks. This is the first meeting of these two teams, so he didn't know exactly what to expect. But he does know that he wants his guys to attack offensively. He feels their success on that end will dictate their success through the game. So, guys, we can expect them to be aggressive from early on.
Appreciate that, David. Interesting report there, GA. The team focused on what it can do offensively.
Bottom line, in this league, you have to score points. Sounds like they have a plan.
I think obviously they're hoping to establish the pace early. They're so much more efficient when they're able to get to their tempo game.
Yeah, nice effort there in tracking down the long rebound.
Young in the corner. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. Young's got 8.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Lillard against Young. They need this. That one good for 2.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
Now here's Iguodala. Boy, that win against the Rockets. He's another guy who really showed up to play. Jackson kicks to Young. And he banks in the layup. He's got 10.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Iverson with the bucket.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Young taking his time here. Pass to Iguodala. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Some solid defense from Robinson.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
And English kicks to Lillard. Iverson outside. Launches it. Iverson can't get that one to fall. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Another three for Atlanta.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Wizards trail by 9. Iverson outside. Pass to Robinson. Here's English. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. It's rebounded by Doncic.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Young finds Jackson. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's Atlanta now. He dishes it to Young. Got it. Good job in the low post. Young's got 12 points in the game.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Iverson gets the bucket.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
It's Young on the wing. McGinnis covering.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Young against Lillard. Lays it up and banks it in.
Outstanding handles from the clever guard. Lillard crafty with it in his hand and can create for anybody.
Now, here is Young. He's got 12. Shoots over Lillard. Here's Anthony. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on David Robinson.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
It's his first trip to the line. That free throw good from Anthony. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin. And I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right now.
No, we don't do that.
Here's Anthony following the score by Damian Lillard.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
That shot, no good. So Atlanta will take it the other way. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Wizards team.
2 division rivals facing off tonight. They'll see one another 4 times this season.
Iverson passes to Jordan. To the paint. Got a piece of it. And Love gets it to go.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
The Hawks leading by 7. Anthony taking his time here. No good on that one. Great D that time from Jordan. Iverson passes to Lillard. Lobs it up for Jordan. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
DeAndre Jordan, simply a force around the cup. This guy has rare athleticism.
It's Anthony with the drive, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
The Atlanta making some changes. Marcus Camby, he's checked in for Jaren Jackson. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Doncic.
You know, that's an interesting point about Carmelo, one of the most prolific free throw shooters in the history of the game. Spends a lot of time at the stripe.
Now here's Iverson. A 26-point game for him in the win against the Magic in Orlando.
He was active all night on the defensive end as well. With all the steals he came away with, he had him totally rattled.
It's good. Jordan's got his second bucket of the night.
What about the intensity? Go ahead, Mr. Jordan. We see you working out there.
Here's Chioza. He had 10 points in the win against Houston. The Hawks working the ball around. 5 on the clock. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at Golden State. They're moving on up. 4th spot in the rankings this time around.
And you know, right now, Atlanta, they weren't supposed to be this effective at this point in the season. The question now is, can they sustain it?
Atlanta making a switch here. Bogdanovich is checked in. Down low, hangs, and there's the nice layup by Love. Love's got his second basket.
Well, you like to see Kevin Love operate from there. Yes, he can shoot the three, but he's also a dangerous interior scorer.
Chioza passes to Campbell. To the inside. Chioza's shot is good. And the Hawks lead by 6.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Iverson and Washington again with the bucket.
I'll tell you, despite this guy's strong play in this period, they're still behind. Someone else has got to step up.
Here's Chioza. And the pass to Bogdanovich. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Iverson with the ball. He's got 10. It's good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Chioza. Outside, Redick. Off target from outside. Wizards trail by 5. Iverson outside. Passes it to Love. There's the 3. That's good. Great play set up by Iverson. Iverson's got 3 assists now in this one. And here's Chioza. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Outside, Redick. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
The Hawks leading by 3. It's Redick on the wing. The dish to Camby from about 19 feet. And there's Redick. That's good on the assist by Camby. Camby's got 3 assists tonight. Washington's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Pass to Iverson. And here's Love for 3. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
Kevin Love specializes in finding the open space on the floor. Pays off with a nice catch and shoot.
Here's Chioza. Iverson covering. Redick for 3. Another 3 for Atlanta. 44 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Tripucka, covered by Redick. Pass to Tripucka. That's good. Great play set up by Iverson. Iverson's got 5 assists tonight.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Now here's Camby. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Chioza, no good.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
And the Hawks making a change here. Iverson outside from downtown. Iverson can't get that one to fall. And a deep three from Redick. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is still as competitive as they come. Here's what he had to say.
I don't fear nobody. And, you know, if somebody going to come after me, I'm going to be right here for it. And, you know, he's the ultimate example of that, somebody that's going to come for your lunch. And that's just what it is. I'm always ready for the challenge.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
We've got Allen Iverson, Kevin Love out there with Hayward. Then there's Martin, and it's Jordan in at the 5 down low. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Atlanta's gone 6 of 8 on three-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. And it's blocked by Jordan. And here's Redick. He's coming off a 10-point game against Houston. Here's Garrett. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game. Wizards trail by 3. And they double up Iverson, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, that's about as high percentage as it gets for DJ. Go to work, big man.
Atlanta's shooting about 59% from the floor offensively. They've been running without a hitch. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Guerin passes to Bogdanovich. No good on the triple. For Washington, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Feeds to Jordan. There's the pass to Love. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. For Atlanta, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Hayward. And this group gives us a second look at the shooting guards leading their position in steals over the last 10 games. Well, you look at Allen Iverson, such quick hands, second in the NBA.
And both the hand speed and general quickness of the players on that list are outstanding. Those are the qualities you need to be an effective perimeter defender.
Effective doesn't begin to describe this crew. Their defensive skills are game-changing. And it isn't just the steals. It's the ability they have to get in their opponents' heads and force them into bad decisions.
And here's Redick after the three-pointer from Allen Iverson. Passes to Guerin. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
No good on the free throw. So for the Hawks, Jackson, he's checked in for Campbell. Iguodala comes in for James Posey. Young is subbed in for J.J. Redick. He hits the second from the line. Now Martin. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Pass to Love. Good.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Atlanta trails by 3. Young passes to Guerin. Back to Young. Outside, Bogdanovich. Hits the three-point bomb. Bogdanovich has got 6.
You just can't leave anyone open around Young. He's very capable of spotting his uncovered teammates.
Here's English. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Magic in Orlando. Dishes it to Lillard. Puts it up. And Washington again with the bucket.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
A nice shot by Young.
You know, fending off the defense well there. Young solid at just being crafty enough in these types of situations.
Here's English. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Here's Love. Tries it again. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. 14 points for him.
There is such a consistent aspect to what Kevin Love does. Reads the ball coming off the board as well as anyone in the NBA.
Outside Jackson. And there's the feed to Iguodala. And the shot goes down. Iguodala's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Andre Iguodala has got the ability and the frame and the game to score in close. Nicely done.
Martin kicks to Love. And a miss there on the triple.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
Buries the long-range jumper.
That's his first triple of the second period, 3rd of the game.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Wizards. They trail by 3. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, they knew exactly how to approach that defense. They shot a fantastic percentage because they got quality looks.
Robinson's checked in for the Wizards. Lillard against Young. Lillard outside. Over Jackson. Shot clock at 6. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
And it's Iguodala missing. Washington trailing. Lillard looking around. Outside, Martin. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by the Hawks. Here's Anthony. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists now in this one.
Boy, strong finish there by Melo. He just powers it right past the D.
Lillard finds Martin. Here's English. Lillard outside. Here's English. Tipped away. Jackson with it. Lillard picks him up. Jackson passes to Iguodala. Inside. It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut down to just one on the basket from David Robinson.
I love watching Robinson work there in the paint. Possesses that strength and touch around the basket.
Doncic passes to Jackson. Here's Young. The wide open look here for Anthony. And again, it's Atlanta.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Pass to English. Kicks it to Martin. Young against Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Martin from outside. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And even if Martin goes through ups and downs in other parts of his game, they can still depend on his three-point shooting. He tends to be very consistent from long range. That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Washington's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Lillard against Young. Here's English. Now the pass to Lillard. Lets it go with the 3. And again, Washington with the triple.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. And of the early surprise teams, Doris, some have fallen by the wayside, but some may be for real.
And isn't that one of the most exciting aspects of any season, Kevin? You watch a team perhaps outperform expectations. We see a good team take that next step and become a real threat for a title. Like, there's so many storylines that develop over the course of a long season. I can't wait.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's English. That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. And here's a look at some numbers for him.
And a promising trend this month is the rise in his effective field goal percentage. He's showing a lot of smarts. Shot selection has been tremendous, and it's helped his numbers a ton.
Iguodala left side. Rebound by the Wizards. Lillard outside. And Lillard throws it down.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of it.
Atlanta trails by 5. Chioza scanning the floor. Shots good by Anthony.
In such a rhythm right now. Feathery touch. He's lighting them up.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Wizards. Jacks up a 3. And it's Iguodala with the rebound. Atlanta's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Iguodala's got the game tied up here for Atlanta.
We know Andre Iguodala has proven himself a capable three-point shooter. You've got to show him a measure of respect.
Here's English. Misses off the right iron. Atlanta's gone 4-7 on three-point shots in the second quarter. It's deflected, and as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. From deep, Iguodala. Another shot, and Doncic lays it in. Doncic has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, Luka Doncic has every skill necessary to be a difference maker on the boards. Let's begin with his great size.
Here's Trapuka. He's coming off a 10-point game against Orlando. Here's Iguodala, and the jam by Iguodala.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
And the Wizards with possession, following the bucket by the Hawks. Lillard, the pass to Robinson. Count that bucket. Robinson's got 4 this quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Wizards making a switch here. Iverson's checked in. Then for the Hawks, Marcus Camby. He's checked in for Jackson. Posey comes in for Andre Iguodala. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Doncic. Now here's Anthony. He's coming off a 37-point game against Houston.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance.
Here's Iverson, following the 3 by Atlanta. And the dunk by Iverson.
And not just that, it's the energy and passion with which Iverson plays. It just feels like any shot he takes, he can make.
Here's Chiosa. He has 5. Shots good by Anthony.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now here's Iverson, trailing by 5.
Love the show of force there from Robinson. When he's deep inside, it is clear for takeoff.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
They get it again. Goes back up. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
The Wizards shooting their first free throw of the evening. And that one falls for Robinson.
Yeah, and Robinson is a franchise-defining talent, a chiseled, powerful center, a remarkable leader.
Now here's Anthony. He's got 18. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Chiosa's got a pair of triples in the second now for Atlanta.
And those aren't the type of 3-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
That's good, and the Atlanta lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Allen Iverson.
They are just killing them on the interior.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside, Redick. He kicks it to Posey. Releases. It's rebounded by David Robinson. Robinson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Hayward looking around. Carmelo Anthony getting it done for Atlanta. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Damian, where does that game face of yours come from?
I think it's just the Oakland in me, really. I'm sure a lot of people know about the past, the Oakland point guards with Gary Payton, Brian Shaw, and Jason Kidd. And once you get on the court, it's time to compete. Off the court, I was raised to be a good person, high character person, but on the court, in between those lines, everything is out the window. It's time to win.
That 5-1-0's coming out, Damian. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.